Hey guys, what's up? Steamin' Dog here today with Rant. I'm gonna be ranting on Ranterinshades. First of all, I have nothing against Shades. I don't really hate him, but I kind of find him annoying and a little bit boring. Reason why is because, yeah, he thinks he's this, badass metalhead. When all he listens to is glam metal and new metal. And he avoids those extreme metal genres of metal like death and black metal. I don't really know why, but yeah, says he said in a video that most death metal sounds generic. Well, can you believe him? Like he doesn't really know shit. And also, yeah, he's kind of hypocritical because he said we shouldn't stereotype or that we shouldn't bash on other genres. Sorry about that. Drink some water, fresh water. Yeah. So anyway, he says that, and then he's in a video bashing on death and black metal, and he also does a series in his channel, What's Wrong With, where he's defending a rock or metal band that's getting a lot of hate in the metal community. But yeah, hey, he's just defending the stuff he likes. New metal bands and glam metal bands. Bands like Kiss, Poison, um, and those mainstream bands like Avenged Sevenfold and Slipknot. Yeah, I mean he thinks he's this justice warrior or something, defending metal and all that stuff, when he doesn't even defend bands like Demi Borger or Cradle of Filth, which by the way are more metal than all those other bands he's been defending, because he doesn't like those extreme genres like Cradle and Demi. So yeah, it's pretty funny about that's pretty funny about him. Also, the exercising my First Amendment right. There's no need for you to say that. All the countries that have YouTube have a First Amendment right. Like freedom of speech and stuff like that. Every country that has YouTube has that. If you were in a country like I don't know, Cuba, North Korea, Iraq, or Afghanistan, there'd be no YouTube. There'd be no freedom of speech. So yeah, there's no need for you to say the exercising my First Amendment right. Now, and also the vlog style with your little fingers. What are you, a hipster, a chick, or something, or are you a feminine? Because that whole thing with your fingers, like vlog style, that looks gay. No other word for it except for gay, cause I haven't seen any guy who would actually do that. Yeah, also, you claim to be this metalhead, but all you listen to is hard rock, glam metal, and alternative metal. Which, by the way, those two are not metal, they're hard rock. You know, those bands like Kiss, Poison, Linkin Park, Nickelback. Um, I don't know. What else do you listen to? Um, 3 Days Grace, 3 Doors Down, Alter Bridge. Those bands are actually hard rock. And yeah, you cling to stay to avoid those extreme genres. And besides, uh, that's what 80% of the metal genres are. Sounds that are too, I don't know, extreme or something like that. You got your death metal, your thrash metal, black metal, grindcore, doom metal. Um, yeah, there's also it's also industrial. So yeah, I mean, you might as well stay away from those because those are actually other subgenres that those are actually the subgenres that sound extreme. And yeah, you claim to like power metal. Why don't you show us a video about it? I would like to see how much of power metal you like or how much of power metal you know. And I can say the same for symphonic metal. What bands you like, what bands you know a lot about, what are your favorite songs or albums from a symphonic metal band. Also, your video is the random gangsta. You recommended some of the shittiest bands in the part where you're playing this nice guy. Like the random gangsta, his favorite bands are those that aren't even metal. Bullet for Valentine, Avenged Sevenfold, Trivium, and Disturbed. And then you're all like, yeah, man, all that remains, System of a Down, and I don't know, I don't remember what else you said, but yeah, he just recommended those bands that those people are easily going to get into because um, it easily attracts them. But then in the part where you're playing an asshole, you're being a hardcore fan of thrash and death metal, being all like, hey, if you want to listen to real metal bands, listen to Carcass, Nile, Pig Destroyer, Count Decapitation, and the Feathers of all things holy and great Slayer. My God, man, you're the worst. Also, yeah. So what you're saying is that only assholes recommend good bands like Slayer, Carcass, Nile, and all those. So I mean, like, what's the problem? What's the problem with recommending bands like that? Yes, if you're recommending bands, you should be nice about it, but don't change your list to simple bands that are playing the radio that are easy to get into. You could be a nice person and recommend bands like Slayer, Carcass, Nile, and the other ones you mentioned. It's like me, for example. I'm not gonna say I'm a saint, but I'm a pretty nice guy. I have friends who have come to me for recommendations. I've recommended them tons of good bands. Megadeth, Slayer, Amon Amarth, Huntress, Savage Messiah, Fear Factory, Machine Head, Arch Enemy, Possessed, Sepultura, Behemoth. Yeah, many great bands, and you know what? I was being nice about it. I wasn't even being an asshole. Yeah, and also the subjects you cover on your videos, like that thing with oh, what's wrong with hair length? Um, yeah, that's not a thing about elitists. That's just what idiots think that you should have long hair. An elitist doesn't think that. That's just an idiot, a plain, straight off idiot who thinks that you should have long hair. It's like, for example, saying that you have to listen to salsa music because you're Cuban. No, doesn't work like that. Yeah, I don't think metal elitists are that much of idiots, or that much of an idiot to think that you have to have long hair. Take a look at a friend of mine on YouTube. He's called Metal Rules. He listens to a lot of power metal, symphonic metal, melodic death metal, and regular death metal. And yeah, look at him, he has short hair. Or, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't know his name, the lead singer of Deicide. He's a bald guy. And he's in the metal band, so yeah, I don't think that was a subject you should have covered. Infidel Amsterdam, that's another example. He cut his hair, he shaved his hair bald, and he still keeps on being a metalhead. And besides, yeah, I wouldn't really give you the title of metalhead that's defending, that's giving a good name to the metal community, being against elitism and all that. No, those people like that would rather be Infidel Amsterdam or Sean Count Blaggerith. Yeah, they're experts in death and black metal. They also listen to other things like folk metal, power metal, thrash metal, all of those other subgenres. And hey, guess what? They actually make some pretty good arguments in their videos about the whole poser thing and all that stuff. So, yeah, why don't you try taking lessons from them? Right, Shades? Well, try to educate yourself more and stop thinking you're a badass. Well, I'll see y'all later.